Hey guys, it's me, Edgar. Just got done using the restroom, and I just got done eating uh, dinner anyway. But kind of going back to the whole subjects that I was talking about in the last video. Um, I really dislike, and I mean dislike, of what a lot of fans just shit on. Or I really dislike the argument of, oh, it's bad because it didn't get what I want. Even though I could be that person too, and I really have to give the writer some credit. I jumped, and I mean I jumped in too much conclusions that pretty much I should have see what the writer is doing. Like, for example, I'm going to use this for an example, even though I excruciatingly hated every minute of it, of the factor of the bullshit that yours truly did. Yours truly, Thor, the Donald Blake storyline. When Donald Blake came back, I was thinking, oh boy, this is going to be a flashback of the old days of Thor. And if you don't know what is Donald Blake is a character that first appeared in the Thor comics and took the hammer of Thor and pretty much became Thor for a time until Marvel decided to say, okay, we're going to separate the two and make up some bullshit up to where, oh yeah, during when Thor was banished, Thor took on this name called Donald Blake, this human character, wiped his memory, and overall, Donald Blake's whole life was just nothing more than bullshit, fantasy land. And it was just stupid. It was dumb. It was a bad move. And I'm like, so wait. You're just gonna get rid of what made Thor so good? What made him so interesting? Come on. I guess that's the case. Whatever. I mean, Donald Blake is a really cool character, but they made him into a villain. They made him into a villain, and I gave it a chance. And I hated it. I fucking hated it. And when I review that storyline, you're not going to see a very pleasant Thor fan being happy. I haven't told the writer that I really dislike what you did to Donald Blake. The fact you could have had Thor share mercy to him. They have history one another. That's like having yours truly, Superman, looking at what Batman did and not forgive him what he's done. Not sharing mercy, not sharing the light of hope. I hated it. I gave the writer a chance. I gave him a chance, even though I was just, I was boiling with just pure rage. And there was multiple times I wanted to do a fucking video about how I truly feel and how I was not really happy what they were doing on one of my favorite things about Thor. And they ultimately ruined him. Pure ruin. Now he's never going to be the same character ever again. He's not. He's just absolutely not. And it sucks. It really sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. The facts are it's just a shame. It's a shame that, fans like me have to kind of go through that direction. But I mean, besides all that stuff, I give the writer a chance. I never really gave Toyotaro a chance. One small mess up, and he just pissed me off. And I was very angry. I was very, very angry. The reason why I was angry is I hated the fact that he hyped us up on something to where, oh yeah, Vegeta's going to get a new form, and you present it to be really badass. You made people like me like thinking, oh shit, this is going to get real, and I'm looking forward to this. I really am, and I'm just ultimately disappointed. Now, reading the recent chapter, it's not as disappointing as much because you see what Toyotaro really was going for, and I kind of take back every word I said. Granted, I mean, personally for me, I would have literally done differently. But I mean, I just feel like the way how I see things, I don't see other people doing the same. Giving the writer a chance, giving writers a chance to share how much you truly see what they were doing on terms of like factor of seeing the writer presenting his story, not jumping into conclusions. But yet again, when you're such a big fan of a certain character or a certain franchise, your fan gets the best out of you. And I try so hard. A lot of times it's a little bit of a workout for me. A lot of times it's a bit of a workout because I try not to get angry. I try not to get upset because the fact is I want to give the writer a chance to prove me wrong. And a lot of times it proves me right, and a lot of times it proves me wrong. Toyotaro was one of them. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I really think that, people should do that. But yet again, I mean, people, they're gonna do what they want. They're gonna say what they want, and that's just how things are. As much as I don't want it to be like that, they will. Like for me, I personally dislike what Marvel did to Gwen Stacy, killing her off and then favoring over Mary Jane. It's kind of a bit of a favoritism, if you ask me. I still believe that yours truly, the Mary Jane Watson, was a bit of agenda, and it is what it is. But the facts are, I mean, we'll see how things go. And just for me, I care about a lot of things. Because I love what I like. I love a lot of things. And a lot of things I really enjoy is Marvel and Dragon Ball Super and all that stuff. And, I really like a lot of these characters. I don't want this shit to go away. I really don't, because to me, in my opinion, I really strongly, and I mean strongly, hope that we see people truly embrace some of the things I like. Like the fact of I like legacy characters. X-23 is my favorite legacy character. Laura Kenny as the new Wolverine was a brilliant choice. I wanted her to be Wolverine, and I always dreamed to see her wear that costume, and the fact that she is getting the popularity, and the fact that Marvel decided to say, you know what, fuck it. We have She-Hulk. Why can't we just have X-23 be called Wolverine? Or just call her Wolverine. We have two Spider-Mans. I mean, it's kind of dumb, but yet again, it's like, whatever. But no one wants to think that. But yet again, it is what it is. I even love War Machine, which I'm really hoping that Armor Wars gives him the bigger push. I mean, Armor Wars should be the one that gives him a bigger push to where Marvel cashes in on the comics corner. Give him a War Machine comic. Give him a book in general. I don't care if it's a Armor Wars event. I don't care. Give him that shit. I really want it. And hell, he was a great Iron Man. So fuck it. Oh, what do you miss? Oh, nothing. I had to go take a dump. I mean, I was talking about fucking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, multiverse could get multiverse, but yet again, multiverse could also be lazy at the same time. I feel like a lot of times, doing the one thing that's the easiest choice, that is great, but also when it comes to certain characters and it goes to a different directions, you have to present them into a different direction to where it's a lot more like, let's see how the writers go. And that's what I'm saying. Like, give the writers a shot. If they suck, they suck. That's all I'm saying. If you don't give them a chance, then it's just pointless to literally jump on in. You get what I'm saying? Like, I give the writer who did Thor right now, the writer who's doing Thor, I hated the Donald Blake storyline. I hated it with a passion because to me, that is not what I think of Donald Blake. And the fact is, you didn't have Thor literally said, okay, Donald Blake, I know we have a history, one another. Let's just, is there any, if there's any mercy in you, if there's any human side of you, I forgive you. Have Thor be the god that he's destined to be the king that he's destined to be, to where he forgives yours truly, Donald Blake's crime. He lets the whole crime go because he wants Donald Blake to be better. But no, fuck that. We don't want to do none of that shit because we're too stupid enough to do that direction. Right? But yeah, this is the guy who made Venom to be the best comic in recent years. I would say it's better than the Agent Venom comic. It's better than half the shit that we have in Spider-Man. It was the best of the best Venom comic. They evolve Eddie Brock so much that I'm just literally thinking, there's no way in hell that this writer could be bad. There's no way. Oh, wait, goddamn it. I take every word I said back. And it's just, if any of you don't know, I'm a fan of the Silver Age Thor comics. I got very offended, but I gave him a chance. I gave the writer of Thor a chance. Just prove me wrong. Tell me where this is leading to, and it led to pure disappointment. It led to disappointment of what I did not want to see with my favorite character. That's just how it goes. But yet again, it is what it is. But no one wants to do that direction. No one wants to do that direction. It is, but yet again, no one wants to do that direction. Oh, what's this? Iron Knights Prime said, I like how the tone. Yeah, true. I mean, it was cool, but yet again, it is what it is. I will say this on Iron Man, it's just consistent, just good. And that's another thing too. The Iron Man books right now, the recent one, it's just good. I mean, that's great and all, but I miss the what's that factor of? I miss the factor what happened to the classic villains. You know, we see them, but they're really not doing much. It's more like the main character, which I forget his fucking name, is literally doing bullshit that are just like kind of rolling my eyes like, okay, I get what you're going for, but it's kind of pointless. I mean, like, where is this leading to? And apparently, Iron Man's gonna use the power cosmic. That's gonna be very interesting. And yeah, I mean, I like to see how Tony Stark is gonna react to the power cosmic, and is he gonna have it long term, or is this just gonna be this storyline and the rest is history? I mean, that's another thing. I mean, that's going to be the bigger direction that I'm excited for, like for Iron Man. But I mean, in terms of Iron Man, I just want my Mandarin story. I just want a Mandarin story badly because, I mean, it's so overdue. But I blame yours truly, Mac Fraction, because he's the reason why we're not having classic Iron Man stories. He reinvent Iron Man so drastically that it's not the same anymore. It's almost to a point where you changed what made the character so special. It's almost like take everything you loved about Spider-Man on the villain side and everything in between and just get rid of them, every single one of them, and give him random shit. And that could be both good and bad at the same time. Because one hand, it could be breathing new life. At the other, it would be breathing of sheer laziness. But it is what it is. I mean, well, I'm kidding. I'm just a fan. I mean, you know, I get it. I remember when Tony Stark. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it is what it is. Mandarin. I know a lot of people turn on into the Mandarin. Yeah, I agree. I understand how that's going on. But I mean, personally, yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm almost done with Volume 2, so you be ready for the next couple other Iron Man books that I'm going to be currently working on. And eventually, sometime in January, I'm going to be doing Thor. Doing classic Thor, Jane Foster Thor. I'm also going to be redoing Valkyrie, Jane Foster Valkyrie, and her other 3 series. I'm also going to be doing some other books as well, along with my Iron Man and Spawn reviews and Transformer comics. And along with Star Wars books as well. But it's just the facts are, I mean, correct, I got to say something. Did you hear Marvel is doing a origin story with the Xenomorphs that's going to connect towards the Predator comic that's coming out later this year, which I'm like, oh, good God, thank you, for the love of God. There is a God. Oh, yes. They're going to retcon Prometheus. I hated Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant, to me, was trash. And Prometheus did not help at all. It only made it worse because for me, as a fan who loves Alien so much and looked at Ridley Scott as the savior of Alien, and the fact that he wanted to just get rid of everything, it pissed me off and it made me very angry. So I'm very pleased on what's going on. I'm very pleased that, you know, Marvel is doing something that I want. I'm very, very excited to see how that's going to turn out. I hated how they ruined Alien. I hated how Ridley Scott is a complete total dumb fuck and absolutely should get absolutely crucified for what he did. Because I'm going to be real. I'm going to say this. He ruined Alien. And he ruined one of the things I love about the franchise. And it just pissed me off. And I really hated the fact. But yet again, everyone's shitting Marvel because, they're changing Alien. Why? Why are you all upset? The fucking franchise was dead. So much so that you couldn't say to me that it was in a good place. God, people are just so dumb and stupid and pathetic. I mean, I wanted to just, that I could agree with that so much so. But yet again, okay. I can agree with that statement, but the one thing that buried it was Alien Covenant. Alien Covenant buried. Yeah, 20th Century Fox killed it, but Ridley Scott finished it. And it was just, oh, God. And just seeing that, it was like, I'd rather watch Last Jedi. I'd rather watch the entire sequel trilogy back to back. I would rather watch Iron Man 3 and deal with the Mandarin fuck you territory. I'd rather deal with any other superhero than just witness a movie that clearly just absolutely just ruined what made the franchise so special. And the fact that Ridley Scott just absolutely turns it to be like, oh, I want it to be an Android franchise. Fuck you. I don't know about that. Oh, give me a 1 minute. Sorry about that, but that was my mom. But anyway, back to what I was saying. For me, it was just fucking bad. And I just absolutely, I just don't like it. But yet again, I mean, going on this, I hope Marvel doesn't milk Tony Stark's death into where Optimus. Yeah, I could agree. I could agree with that. Like for me, my biggest worries is the whole factor of Tony should be the one that's the catalyst of the inevitable people joining the Avengers or people inspired to be a hero. Like, for example, Kamala Khan. I look at her as the end game to where she's going to be that one character that's just like Peter Parker, and she's going to see how it's your time to shine. Tony Stark sacrificed himself to protect the people that he loves. Therefore, you have to be that high to get that greatness. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting how that's going to play. And plus, I'm very looking forward to how they're going to do the new Avengers, because that's going to be a very interesting factor. I wouldn't be too surprised if Spider-Man and Captain America, Sam Wilson, are the leaders of the new Avengers, and you go forward with that direction. That would be great. That would be really great. What's up, man? What's up, man? Oh, God. Oh. I hate. To be fair, I hate Ridley Scott as a director. I mean, I have no respect for him. Like, it's pure hatred. Like, people hate Michael Bay on, you ruined my franchise, you ruined my childhood, all that crap, and they don't support him. I do the same with yours truly, Ridley Scott. I hated bloodthirsty hatred on what he did to my favorite franchise. There hasn't been a franchise that I love get this vile of just bloodthirsty hatred. I never hate a person so much so that I just literally, I want nothing to do with him, and I hope his career crashes and burns. That's how bad it really is. That's how bad it really went. And, you know, when you look at that stuff, that's saying a lot. That's just too cruel, too much. And you're really trying hard to not be that person to, oh yeah, I'll be a supporter and all that stuff. No, it's not that person at all with me. I mean, that is just like, I'm pure hatred on what he did, on terms of what he presented himself to go through. So I'm like, okay, if you want to be that person, fine. I have no problem doing that, because that is fair, and I'll do everything I can to not support you. that is how it's going to play. And, you have those people like me. You have those people that will not support yours truly, Ridley Scott. It's just that bad. But, yeah. To be honest, I forgot Ridley Scott did. Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's doing a movie right now, which I'm like, that's automatically failed. I mean, he's doing a movie right now that it's like, it looks interesting, and then I'm like, oh wait, it's Ridley Scott. Oh fuck you, I'm not touching that shit. But it's that on terms of what fans like me looked at him. I mean, people look at him as like the savior of fucking of yours truly, Alien, because Alien got killed by 20th Century Fox. Alien got killed by 20th Century Fox. We looked at him as the saving grace. And what happened? He killed it. He absolutely murdered it. Murdered it. With no hesitation. Not even like, oh, we'll just fucking fix it and just go forward and whatever. No, he murdered the franchise. People say Disney ruined Star Wars. I disagree with that statement. I have no respect towards people who say, "Oh, this is what people really think if Star Wars was in a better direction." Doing Iron Man and hanging on, they killed off Iron Man and Cap, and they're not coming back. We might get. Oh, that was the inevitable. The New Avengers was the inevitable going into it. It was almost like where they're going to do it. That's the biggest question point. I mean, like for me, I wouldn't kill off Tony Stark. Granted, maybe it's just I'm too much of an Iron Man fan. That's just because. But I mean, what I look at, it's like if you're going to kill him off, make his death meaningful to where his death opens the door for the New Avengers, opens the door for many things. Hold on, give me 1 minute. Give me a couple of minutes, guys. All right, just give me a couple of minutes. I'll be right back with you. Anyway, I'm back now. Did you know that Marvel always comes back no matter what? There's no. Yeah, I do feel like Tony Stark will come back, but I only feel like to make sense, you're going to have a different variation of Tony Stark. You're going to have Tony Stark come back in another continuity. Therefore, and it may be another actor and top that. People say Tom Cruise is going to play Iron Man, which, I mean, to be fair, it made like I'll just say this: if you look back in the fourth one on Iron Man, yeah, it would make sense if you picked Tom Cruise. He's a very serious guy, very much like Tony Stark, and so many levels. But yet again, he would have never wear the Iron Man suit as often. He would wear. It would be like the Tobey Maguire factor, to where he doesn't wear the mask a lot. You get what I'm saying? Now he does it all the time, so I'm kind of grateful we kind of improve that whole thing. But yeah, I'm sure Tony Stark will be back. It's just it's going to be different. That's what I'm thinking. But it's just how they do Secret Wars now. That's the biggest problem. And the problem is, God damn it, dog. Hold on, be right back. Anyway, I'm back now. Anyway, let's see here. Didn't the MCU created the new Avengers? Yeah, yeah, exactly. My mom is starting to watch them all. Oh yeah, cool, awesome. And she keeps asking the time travel questions. Well, it's not really time travel. It's more like open gates of different time periods or different dimensions. If you want to go ask the time travel shit, you would have to pretty much be asking those questions on yours truly, the Endgame factor. Endgame is a time travel story. And that's really it. Loki is more like open the dimensions of different alternate universes. And that's the factor. The timekeepers, yeah, they're there, but it's just like it will open a door and you think it's your reality and it's actually not. And overall, it's great. It's really great. And I'll be honest, you're talking about a person who likes. Yeah, I actually, I really love Shang-Chi a lot. That was a great film. And to be fair, it reminded me, I'm like, just another stepping stone of Dragon Ball can work in live action, especially that fucking dragon. I mean, like for a moment, I'm thinking, is that Shenron? The horns, the way that dragon looked. It's like you change the color to white to green, pure Shenron. It would just be great. It would just be great to see that. The MCU deaths are final, and they're they're going to use the multiverse app, and I wouldn't be surprised we have another Black Panther. I wouldn't be surprised we use all that other shit. I mean, looking forward to a lot of that stuff. They recast you. Yeah, more likely. Yeah, more likely. Off the Dragon Ball subject until no Dragon Ball time. Yeah, I agree. Well, it may be Japan. It may be Japan maybe doing it. I agree. But we'll see how things go. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Oh wait, hold on. It would be cool. Oh, dude, Endgame. I'll say this: he's the end game for Shang-Chi. He's the end game. God damn it, dog. Hold on. Anyway, he's the end game. He's the end game on that whole thing, and that is going to be an interesting sight because they referenced where does the rings come from, and they're alien. And I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why the rings are so large is because they belong with a big ass dragon. That would be great. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Totally agree. Um, but I mean, we'll see how things go on Shang-Chi. I'm looking forward to seeing Fing Fang Foom being the end game villain. And I'm pretty sure we'll see the Ten Rings come in the next film. Maybe they'll bring the Heart of Darkness and it will give them magical powers and all that stuff. Make that more magical elements going forward because that made yours truly the first film so special. What was your thoughts on the ninja guy? He was cool. He was all right. Um, but oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I gotta go do stuff, and family shit's interrupting me. So I'll see you guys later, guys, and we'll talk later. Maybe later tonight or tomorrow. And yeah. Anyway, catch you guys later.